I'm bored! I'm not in the mood for an adventure game. I'm not even in the mood for a racing game. I'm not even in the mood for an RPG. So what can I play? What could I play? What could I play to satiate my thirst? Maybe a fighting game. But I haven't had a fighting game that's been truly in my heart, like banged me in my heart for almost 5 years. It's Smash! It's gonna be good! 6 years of waiting, and Daddy Sakurai brings us the best Smash yet. You don't have to wait for the end of this video for me to tell you that this game is fantastic. It's Smash! As someone who grew up with every single Smash, but did not play as competitive as the Melee patrons, I can say that for someone who enjoys Smash as for what it is, this is the greatest Smash yet. A gigantic roster of 48 characters, plus 3 types of Mii fighters that you can customize for your own pleasure, and a future DLC, also known as Holy shit! Holy shit! Damn. My dick! Like each Smash, you have some characters to fight to claim them into the roster, and while you had to perform some certain deed to gain a specific Smasher, this time you only have to battle a couple of times offline, and you'll gain all of them. I think to get the full roster you need to fight 100 battles, which goes by really fast, because this game is awesome! Usually I would first go into the story mode of this part of the review, but where Brawl had Subspace Emissary, Smash for the Wii U doesn't have, well, anything close for a story mode. I will admit that I never really cared for Subspace Emissary. It was too long and boring, in my opinion. The only reason I really found it worth playing through one time was to see all those iconic characters interact with each other. But still, I'm completely fine with no story mode. The only thing I would really like to see return is from Melee, the adventure mode. It had a few cutscenes, and instead of a long story, it was more of a, well, adventure mode. But Smash still follows its main mode, Classic mode. They've definitely changed Classic mode. Before you could simply meet a few opponents after each other in a typical fashion of a normal enemy, several enemies, a gigantic enemy, a metal enemy, a group of enemies, and then the legendary Master Hand. In this Smash, however, you will have full control over who you want to face. You get to this sort of plateau where you and your opponents will wait, and then you can move to any challenge that you see fit. The harder difficulty you have will also put you in some extra challenges, a rival and sometimes a challenger. There is also a new boss after Master Hand, though if you've played the 3DS version, then you know who it is. On this board, you can also see some treasures you can get by looking at some of the fighters. If there is a wrench on one enemy, then you can get a custom move for a character. If it's a green trophy, you'll get a random trophy when the enemy is defeated. So knowing this, you can think strategically on who you want to attack for some treasures. Plus, before every match there's a slot machine thing, so you can get something random as well. Now personally, I think they actually took some steps back with this formula, Sure, you get to choose who you want to fight, though you will eventually meet all of them. Plus, the board looks so boring compared to the one we got on the 3DS version. I mean, you can either choose 3 directions to different opponents, where you go up to an icy looking area or down, where in the Wii U version you only get a different background depending on the difficulty. They also took away hit the targets, run to the finish, board the platforms. They took a lot of stuff out of the classic mode and I'm rather disappointed because of that. So I feel a bit let down by the classic mode of this game, but considering what this game truly is, then it doesn't really matter. A fighting game. It's a fighting game, goddammit! I see people punching each other. It's a fighter. The only time that isn't fighting was back in the Viking Age where we headbutted each other as a friendly greeting. But I digress. A fighting game is all about the gameplay and holy spaghetti! There is a reason why I'm calling this the greatest Smash yet. There isn't much I can say about the core gameplay of Smash, since it's the same as always, only with some extra stuff spiced in. All the newcomers have some special things to them. Little Mac hits like a truck. Though he sucks in the air so much that it's almost laughable. Rosalina and Luma is more of a team than Ice Climber ever was, and Robin can smash attack in the air and have durability in all of his special moves, so they have to recharge after some use. There are also many more items, assist trophies and stages. Some stages even have bosses, which you can get some boosts by defeating them, and yes, one of those bosses is the loved Ridley. Oh, and the tripping from Brawl is gone. Every stage also has a final destination mode, which is called Omega mode. There are also several modes you can play in. We of course have the All-Stars, where you fight the entire roster in reverse chronological order. Master Order and Crazy Order, where you take on challenges to win several treasures from the treasury. The well-known Home Run Contest, which has slightly lost its value when you use Ganondorf. Event mode is back, and this time you can also play some multiplayer events with a friend. And finally, a new mode called Smash Tour. At first glance it looks like something from a Mario Party game, and it does have some comparable stuff to that franchise, but not that much. Smash Tour has 3 stages to play on, one small stage to a large one. There are several turns where you move around collecting characters and trophies to use for some effect on the board or in a match. And in the end of Smash Tour, you fight against all the other 3 players with the character you found and the power-ups, to see who can win. It is a fun mode, but I've only done it once and I doubt that I'll play it again. And then there is 8-player Smash. Damn. This is an offline only mode, since if it was possible to play this mode online, the lag would be really painful. And only some stages are available, since 8 players need a big stage. And some of the stages in this game are rather small, so obviously you only have a few. Do you remember Brawl? What was your favorite part of it? The online? Goddamn lag! Well, this time the online is godlike. There are 2 modes online, and those are called For Fun and For Glory. Now in For Fun you're playing regular Smash with people from around the world with items and regular stages, and not those Omega stages. For Fun is extremely hilarious sometimes, since so much can happen on the screen and it's almost overwhelming. You can play Team Smash or Free For All, which, you know, I prefer. For Glory, however, that is where you can test your might. Omega stage, no items, 2 stocks and 5 minutes. I've played For Glory 1 vs 1 for such a long time, and it is so good. If you want a non-lag, ultimate fun fighting game that doesn't require years of becoming good, then this is the mode for you. There are also some Team Glory matches and free-for-alls, but 1 vs 1 is where it is heart-pumping. Though the skill differences I've seen online is really big. But Smash has this system of always giving you a chance in any battle. I can admit that I've met a lot of stronger players than me that should have won, but luck just BAM! I was a bit unsure whether I should talk about it or not, but since Smash is one of the first games to support it, I think it should be okay to talk about them. Amiibos. In Smash, Amiibo gives you your personal student in arms that you can train up to become the ultimate fighter, and trust me when I say this, they can become quite powerful. Amiibos can get up to level 50, and even after that level cap, they will learn new playstyles depending on how you play against them. I find it sometimes difficult to defeat my Amiibo since he knows how to counter my style. The student truly outsmarts the master. No! I will never allow a machine, let alone a toy, defeat me in my own game. Well, Daddy Sakurai's game. But you dare to defy your master and lord? How dare you? Fine. You think you can defeat me? You think you can defeat me? Fine. Let's go. There are, as always, trophies to collect, and there are a lot of them. There is a mode to collect them faster, and if that's too bothersome for you, you can buy a few random trophies in the store for in-game cash that you simply earn by playing the game. They have also added a trophy stand mode, which is a good thing for collectors, since you can watch them and figure out how many you need to finish some trophy types. One thing that I've always had a problem with when it comes to fighting games are the music. I'm not saying that the fighters out there doesn't have good music, not at all, but I'm saying that if you only have a limited selection of tracks, it can quickly become annoying and boring. So how many tracks does Smash have? The soundtrack in this game is legendary. It consists of original tracks, remixes and medleys. You won't have all the tracks at the beginning of the game, so you have to find them, which can be really time consuming, since they show up rare in Smash battles, and they aren't always showing up as treasure in crazy order. And that's my second gripe with this game. Collecting music, trophies, custom moves, collecting anything takes such a long time. Since all of the things that you can collect can be collected again, that makes it really hard to find the last one you need. I mean, if there's like hundreds of things you can collect and you have 500 out of 600 things, then the last 100 will be extremely hard to get since all the 500 can be collected again. To collectors, I can only imagine how annoying this is. And that's pretty much all my criticism for the game. It takes too long to collect stuff. The classic mode in this game feels like a step back. And the only other thing that I can think of to kind of criticize the game over is that all of the kind of side modes, Smash Tour, Trophy Rush, etc., feel just like an afterthought, in my opinion, of course. I'm just saying that the side modes kind of feel, for me, uninteresting. This game is good. There's no doubt about it. I mean, everybody loves Smash, and this is, in my opinion, the best Smash ever come out yet. If you have a Wii U, then this is a must-own. Sure, the only thing that drags it down is just some small annoyances, but the core gameplay, the smashing, the fighting, the online is perfect. And because of that, this game will get a score of 9 out of 10. It would have gotten a 10 out of 10 if collecting stuff wasn't so annoying and the classic mode would, well, be as it was before, and that it didn't take so much away from it. And also probably, as I said, the side modes, I will not take away from the score. Those are not the reason for why it goes down, but still, I think if they've done a better job with them, it would have gotten it a better score at least. So if you have any friends that want the last pizza slice that you also want, then you can settle it in Smash! Hi there, and thank you so much for watching my video. I know, Smash came out a while ago, but I didn't have any time for making a review of it until now. And from now on, I will make content much more regularly, I promise. So if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, but only if you enjoyed it. This is kind of early in my reviewing career or reviewer career, whatever you will call it, so I think I can only improve from now on. If you want to see more, watch some of my previous reviews, or maybe one of my DLCs, where I talk about DLC I've bought. Anyway, I'm KingJGrim, King of Games, whatever you prefer, and see you guys next time.